What's going on, all my toy collectors and Batman fans out there? You know who it is. It's your boy Ox, and welcome to the Cave of Wonders. Now today we're going to be taking a look at the brand new 2024 DC Multiverse Azrael Batman armor figure. This character right here is based off of the 1990s Batman Knightsend comic book. We're going to see how this figure compares to the Target store exclusive Platinum version, and also an older figure that Mcfarlane came out with, the Walmart exclusive gold label Azrael Batman armor Nightfall figure. Now, before we get into this review, I want to send a big shout out to one of my subscribers, Zos Films, for helping me find this figure. It's always amazing when a collector helps another collector find something that he's searching for. So this review is for you, man. Let's go ahead and get into it. All right, now starting off at the front of the box, you guys can see it says DC Multiverse. The character we're going to be looking at is Azrael Batman armor. This figure has 22 moving parts made by Mcfarlane Toys for ages 12 and up. Now you guys can see a clear package window showing you the figure that's inside. You can see it comes with a figure stand and collector's card in the back. I've already measured this box up for you guys. It's 6 inches long by 11 inches tall by almost 3 inches in depth. That's how much shelf space you're going to need if you're going to be displaying this in the box, okay? Up close look at the figure before we pop him out of the box. On the side, it says the name of the figure in the comic book that's based off of the Batman Knightsend comic book. And here's a pretty cool comic book image of that character right here. Same information on this side, barcode on the bottom in case you guys need it. Other than that, let's go ahead and crack this baby out of the box. All right, now here's Azrael out of the box. You guys can see it comes with a figure, comes with 6 of these little clips that end up hooking onto the back of his cape right there, a collector's card, and then a figure stand, all right? All the Multiverse figures always come with this figure stand right here. Let's take a look at his collector's card first. Like I said, the same image that was on the back of the box. And on the back, you get a little read up on Jean-Paul Valley, the guy who ends up being Azrael, how he basically is enhanced with DNA from like ancestors or whatever from the Order, and how when Batman, Bruce Wayne, got his back broken by Bane, he ended up taking over for the Dark Knight for a while. He even ended up teaming up with him for a little while and stuff like that to basically, get all the villains that had escaped from Arkham that Bane had, broke out of Arkham, basically. Now, all these wing clips are exactly the same, so let's just go ahead and take a look at one of them. And like I said, they just hook on right here through this little peg right there. They end up hooking onto the back of his shoulders, okay? Now, there's no extra kind of shading. They're all just red, but you can see all the different details and stuff like that in here. His suit is kind of like, basically like an Iron Man suit, like the Batman Thrasher suit, basically. So awesome work. Now this actually wasn't designed, if I remember, by Bruce Wayne. This was actually designed by Jean-Paul Valley or whatever. He ended up designing the suit himself, okay? Now taking a look at the figure up close, I've already measured the figure out for you. I ended up measuring out to 7.5 inches, okay? Let's take a look up close, because this is the one that everyone's been waiting for. If you guys remember, a few years ago, Mcfarlane had released that gold label one right there, that Walmart exclusive. Now that figure is dope. I never took it out because it was so hard for me to find. I was like, watch this figure end up being like $200 years later, because it was only like 20 bucks, but it was just so hard to find. But it wasn't the Azrael that I was looking for. It seemed like Mcfarlane loved to make Azrael figures, but he just wasn't making the ones that we wanted, which is basically these two right here. Now taking a look at the figure up close, you guys can see he has the same look he had in the comic book. You can see he has like those red beaming eyes right there. Now, he actually did wear this outfit in the comic book, even though that's the one that I remember him facing off against Bane in. But I love the way this outfit ends up looking. Now, there's a lot of reuse as well that you're going to see on that figure right there. You guys can see it through the packaging as well. But it has a big bat signal right here. Even the way his little gauntlets right here look, all them little spikes on the side of his gauntlet, I think that's pretty dope. You guys can see a lot of texture right here in his suit, in the leg part of his suit, all the way down to his boots. Yeah, all the gold right there, the way his utility belt looks. You guys can see all the detail in his padding in his stomach muscles and stuff right there. On the back, you can see how these chains right here end up hooking right up in here to the back of his cape or whatever. Now, like I said, his whole suit is all metal, so just kind of think of it like Iron Man. But yeah, awesome looking figure. Before I attach them little wings, let's go ahead and go over his articulation real quick. His head does rotate around. Looks up about that far, so not too far. Only looks down about there. Arms do come up. They do rotate. Now you got to remember that this right here is not untouchable. So it's hooked there and it's hooked here, but it's not going to render anything. This is really soft plastic, so it's not going to stop his arm from moving the way you want it to. He does swivel right there. He does have bicep swivel. Does have double jointed elbows. Now they are a little bit hindered because this right here, you know, you can move it a little bit, but it's kind of harder plastic than this right here. So it's going to stop that from coming all the way up. Nope, they don't rotate right here at the forearm, but at the wrist they do rotate. They do go in and out. One thing I did notice that I automatically don't like, but I'm not even going to complain that much, is the fact that he only comes with fisted hands. I would have liked him to have an open hand. You can kind of see it right there, how he has open hands on the front of that, on the collector's card. I would have liked it to come with an open hand. Because you guys can see the gold label one right there. He does have an open hand on each hand. And then that one right there has the same hands as this one, because it's the same figure, just painted blue. Now, he does have torso articulation. It does rotate around if you need it to. It does rock side to side, leans back about yay far, comes forward only about there because it is hindered right here, how it pokes right here in the groin area. Legs do come up really far. They do kick up if you guys need them to. They don't rotate right here at the thigh or whatever, but he does have double jointed knees. They don't rotate right here at the boots, but they do rotate at the feet, do go up, do go down, do rock side to side. He does have toe articulation. Okay, guys? Yeah, awesome looking figure. Now let's go ahead and throw on his those little wing clips right here, okay? As you guys can see, I already installed 5 of them. This right here is how you basically install it. There's a little hole right there and then a little space right there, and that's where this ends up hooking into. And then just push it down just like that. It's not really hard. You're not going to hear any kind of clicking or anything like that, but that's how it's going to end up hooking in there. And you could see all 6 of them are kind of spread apart, you know, kind of like fingers or whatever, and they can't articulate. So you can't like bend them this way or move them up or anything like that. You could pull them out if you guys want to, if you guys don't want them up there, if they end up being too top heavy or something like that, but they don't articulate. They don't rotate or anything like that. All right. And that's basically how they're going to end up looking. Okay. Okay, now here he is all put together basically. Now I want to let you guys know that he is very top heavy. I had to end up bending his knee up front to kind of get him in a pose to where he doesn't tip over because he just wants to fall back. I even tried to put him on this little figure stand and he kept just falling back, having him stand straight up. Now keep that in mind. That is something still that I'm going to complain about. I'm happy that Mcfarlane made this figure. I was really geeked to end up finding it and having it. But if you're going to make a really cool figure where it's you know it's going to be top heavy, you got to be able to give us the ability to stand this figure up, because a lot of us display these figures. Okay, let's go ahead and show them next to these 2 figures real quick. Okay, now here it is compared to some other Azrael Batman armor figures. Like I said, this right here is the Target Store exclusive Platinum Edition. I'm not going to take him out of the box right now just because it's the exact same figure. He's just painted blue. So it doesn't come with any kind of extra accessories or anything like that. The only difference is he's painted blue, and that's exactly how he looked when he first appeared in the comic books, okay? Now this right here is the gold label version that it came out a few years ago. This right here is a Walmart Store exclusive. And the only difference is the fact that it does come with open hands, and that you guys can see that the top part, his face, the head sculpt, and then this V part right here and how it curls up, that's the only thing different on these 2 figures. Most of it is all the same reuse, the same legs, even the same belt on the belt buckle, the stomach and everything like that, all the chest piece right up here along the side of his ribs and everything, even the arms, all that stuff is the same. The only difference on this figure compared to these ones is the gauntlet, which we can go ahead and look up a little bit closer. You guys can see that he has open hands, and then his gauntlets are no, you know what? They're almost the exact same. Yeah, they are, excuse me. They're the exact same. The only difference is besides this little piece right here that comes down and ends up hooking to his back. And then you guys can see this piece right here is different because it doesn't come all the way down to his stomach right here, and it doesn't have a bat painted on it. And then obviously his the head sculpt is different. But this is still an awesome figure. It's just so hard for me to find this figure. I mean, I searched the world trying to find this thing, so I'm not going to take this out of the box, okay? And this figure right here I want to take out. The only thing is though I did hear that Mcfarlane is going to be coming out with a 2-pack with that mega figure of Bane that had already been released that nobody could find anywhere basically. I couldn't even find it. I heard that he's going to be re-releasing that figure with a Batman figure. So it'll be a 2-pack, and odds are it's going to be a re-release of another Batman figure. So who knows? It might be this one. It might be the Nightfall Batman. I'm not really for sure. So we already got 2 versions of that one, but I don't know exactly what figure he's going to be releasing with that 2-pack, because I really need Bane, so I'm going to buy it anyway. But I don't want to open this one up if he's going to be putting him in with that 2-pack, because you know Mcfarlane, he wants to make his money off of his sculpts. So I never know if he's going to re-release that figure. Okay. Okay, now here he is next to some other Azrael Batman figures that Mcfarlane had came out with. I'm not familiar with him ever being in this suit in the comics. Let me know down in the comments if you guys know what comic book he was in that suit. But this right here is what Jean-Paul Valley ended up wearing when he was running around Gotham for a while as well. I think this is the suit that he wore a long time ago, like, you know, his great ancestors, basically. Like I said, when the Order ends up taking over and taking control of his body and activating him or whatever. But that right there is the outfit. I love this figure. This thing is really dope right here. But I just wanted to show some other Azrael figures. Right here are some old ones from the Legends of Batman. These ones right here are made by Kenner. I just wanted to show you guys. Obviously, this right here is that blue version that we were just looking at. Right there, you guys can see how the sides of the shoulders kind of curl up right there. So I wanted to show this figure off for you guys real fast. And then I also wanted to show you guys this one right here, the Ultra Armor Batman. There you guys go. Yep. Like I said, this figure right here, I think it's from 1995. It's part of the Legends of Batman collection. And it's pretty cool that it even comes with a collector's card, just like this new one that Mcfarlane ended up coming out with. That's why I love these collector's cards. No, not a lot of you guys don't really care about those, but the fact that he throws those in there, I think is actually pretty awesome, man. So I just wanted to show off my old Kenner figures just because those are really important to me. The only other figure I have, is an older Mattel Azrael right there. You guys can see him in the back. That's the blue version. He has those same little wings on the back. They don't end up flaring out, but I never ended up opening up this old Mattel box set right here. But there's the only other Azrael Batman that I have that's not by Mcfarlane, okay? But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Like I said, my only complaint is I would have liked open hands. I would like to put him in like a cool pose, maybe where he's like, you know, doing that. And also the fact that he's kind of top heavy, but I'm going to go ahead and, you know, some of my other figures are top heavy. So I don't mind adding a little bit of hot glue on the stand and, you know, gluing him down that way he don't tip over so easily. All right. But I hope you guys enjoyed the review. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. And until next time, stay cool.